let's jump into it. And I'm going to turn the chat off on screen. That's going to get in the way. There we go. All right, so VectorWitch. So VectorWitch is a paid AI service that allows you to upload images, give descriptions, and create things, and it spits out these really, really cool vector images. It's about $10 a month for 100, and unlike some of the other AI companies, it's a one-for-one. One credit gets you one image. But if you don't want to pay for it, you just want to test out their stuff, you can jump into the community gallery. Some of my designs that I've released publicly, you can go in here, you can download these, you can print these, you can do whatever you want with these. So this is, I just pulled up national parks, and the creator of the site actually did a logo for each one of the national parks. So Bill, I'm going to try. No promises, but I'm going to try. I've got a, this is not my favorite song. I wish I could skip. But anyway, so tonight I have a task that was given to me to do another Christmas ornament for my father-in-law's dog that passed away last year. I think it was last year. And I've tried a couple different things. I've used ChatGPT, I've tried Gemini, I've tried all the free services. And I said, you know what? I pay for this. I might as well give it a shot. So we shall see. And yeah, well, I'll engrave something at the end of this so that you guys can see. So this is what the interface looks like. You have the option of creating images if you wanted to create an image, or you have the option to create vectors, which is what I do 9 times out of 10 is just use a vector. And you can see, aside from these, this was just a prompt entrance that didn't have any associated graphic with it. But all of these, the pets, all these came from photographs. And I printed these 3 here on the bottom. Well, you can't see the third one. I printed these 3 and did ornaments out of them and sold them to a customer. And the customer paid me $40 for 3 ornaments. So my subscription level is $20 a month. So I've already paid for 2 months worth of services by selling 3 Christmas ornaments, which I thought was pretty freaking fantastic. So, but yeah, you can upload almost anything. That's my dog Bandit. You can upload pictures, and it does a fantastic job of converting these down into a vector graphic so that you can put those into almost anything. I did koozies, Christmas ornaments. I've done patchwork. Some of you might have seen on the show, we did Tank Radio's patches. I've got some stuff for a couple of koozie ideas here that I've been working on. Not this hat, but the hat that I was wearing earlier is this Out of Breath Club. Actually, let me see here. Let me go back to Chitty Chatty. So that's that came from the same website. So I love this website. But let's take a look and see what we can get out of it. So we're going to start by giving it something to work with. And let's go with that image right there. And we'll go with, let's see, let's do engraving first. See what, because you these different styles will give you different results, but we'll play with it here in a minute. Crop this image. All right, engraving vector, give it a shot. See what it does. What did you get on the pre-sale? Did a 3D printer? Oh, hey, Brian. Sorry. And hopefully this AI doesn't make a liar out of me. So that was our first go, and that's completely doable. Like, I would totally burn that onto something for someone. And that was all we asked it to do, was to get rid of the background and give us some sort of image. Let's try it again. Let's see. I want to use the same image. And we're going to go with drawing this time. Nice. Is that a, I'm not familiar with that one. Is it a diode laser, I'm assuming? Maybe an A2, so 20 watt? Joe Brett just got the X-Tool F1 Lite. I'm excited to see what he gets with that. Kind of similar, but I actually like this better, honestly. There's a little more detail in the face, and you could even, well, let's do this. Let's try the same image. So is it a diode and, or I'm sorry, blue light and maybe a infrared IR? That's what mine does. Mine's a 20 watt blue light and a 2 watt IR for metal and stuff. So let's tell it crop down to yeah, me too, buddy. Although I will say, between the hats and the ornaments, I want to say I'm in like $500 so far. So keep at it, man. Y'all have some really good stuff. It adds up quick. I'm still in the, boom, right there. I'm just gonna stop. That's why this software is freaking fantastic. So what I did, I've got I have an inline duct for like a dryer vent, and then I have a 4-inch dryer hose that hooks up to the back of mine, and then it goes out the window, and I've got like the window thing that you close down on the vent so that it vents it out the side. Well, there's my I guess stream's over. There's my the image for that I'm going to put on the ornament. That is this, I'm telling you, this software freaks me out, the things it comes up with every time. Maybe we should burn that. We should put that on a piece of wood or something, see what it looks like. I'm all about adding fire. Let's download this. So when you go to download them, you can either do an SVG vector or a PDF vector. So depending on what software you're feeding it into. So like Laser Burn that came with the with my laser, which is a longer Nano Duo, it can't read an SVG vector, but it can read a PDF vector. I don't know the difference between the two. That's some more reading that I need to do, but it still comes across as a vector. Or you can export it as a PNG or a JPEG with a white background, depending on what you're wanting to do with it. But let's download this. I'm going to download this as a PDF vector. After we throw this on a piece of wood, just to kind of show you guys, man, that looks awesome. Then I'll show you some free software that you can use if you want to create this. It doesn't create SVGs like VectorWitch does, but it give you something to create files with. And then if you want to pay for VectorWitch, you can convert those files into SVGs. Or you the laser or any of these, you can do images. You can do raster images, no problem. You just get a little bit better detail with an SVG, and you can scale it. Joe Brett, yeah. If I was a little bit further away, I mean, I have a giant hose that runs across my room to vent it out. And when I turn that thing on high, like if I'm doing wood, which I'll probably do tonight, it just it creates all kind of a ruckus. And I'm sure the neighbors are wondering why things smell like they're burning. But for comparison, let me show you guys. So that was our starting image that we gave the AI, and that's what we came up with. And I think that just looks fantastic. Let's jump over the laser. If you want to see how the sauce is made, take you guys back over here. This is Laser Burn. So this is the software that comes with any of the longer products. Let's first off, let's go to inches. Let's go with a height of 2.5. Oh, that's not pancake it. It suddenly became a bulldog. All right, let's lock that aspect ratio. There we go. Hey, Joe. You know me too well. All right, let's get some settings in here. I'm just going to wing this because I'm not 100% sure, but I know we're going to do fill. We're putting this on a piece of wood, so maybe about a 0.80. Let's go with maybe 30% power so I don't burn my house down. Bill, I'm not sure. Are you in our Discord? If you are, shoot me a message and I'll do some research on that. I'm not 100% sure on that model, but I think it's a 1.6 watt, maybe IR, and maybe a 2 watt or 5 watt blue light. I'm not sure. 45 watt. Let the magic smoke out. Yes. 30, and let's go with maybe. Let's see what the manufacturer. This is something I'm gonna address in a video coming out. But so the manufacturers of these lasers, and Joe Brett knows better than I, but they produce these tables that kind of give you a starting point. And with the blue light, it's not basswood that I'm going to be doing, but yeah, we're right on the money there. 30% power, 13,000 millimeters per minute. Let's go there. Laser engraving hemp substrate must be amazing. Could be. All right, let's see where we're at here. Looks like about a 4-minute engrave. All right, let's see here. Let's see where it's at on our screen. That's another thing about having the vector is you have tool paths, so the laser will actually draw the shape of what you're about to engrave. So if we wanted to go a little bit bigger, let's turn that off. Back. Yeah, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let me go turn on my anti-smell up the house machine. All right, one more time for good measure. It looks good to me. Let's send it. Oh, I think we're focused, but let's double check. That looks good. And I have the shield down, so I don't have to wear my fancy spectacles. Let's do this. Let's do confirm and confirm. blinded by the light. Falcon A1 Pro with a 20 watt and a 2 watt. Yeah, there you go. So 20 watt blue. So I'm using blue light right now, and a 2 watt IR. IR is fantastic for metals and stuff like that, and some layered acrylic, things like that. Joe, I may bring mine to Huntsville. That's what we were talking about the other night. I may bring mine. Do some engraving at Montesano, because I know they won't let us into the show. We're just missing the hands, right? So I have a 2 watt IR. It's slow. You have to run it slow, but you can get a good engrave on metal business cards. You can get a nice white engrave on metal business cards. You can engrave slate with it. Get a really nice light coloring with slate. And this is 20 watts, and we're only using 30% power to get this engrave. But this is just like anything else. Just get in there and mess around with it, man. I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought like these little wooden planks just so I could practice on it. I also do I get like cardboard. So like after my Amazon packages are done, I just cut cardboard into these little strips, and these are great to practice on. To an extent, yes. My rotary extension will be here hopefully by the end of the month, which I can put a tumbler or something on it and it'll rotate it. But yeah, as long as I can make that curved surface semi-flat, yeah. I've engraved on some pretty big round Christmas glass ornaments. Just you have to keep the graphic kind of on the top of it. Once the laser travels a certain distance away, it'll lose focus and you won't be able to remove any of the material you're trying to remove. But as long as it can maintain within a few millimeters of focus, it'll do a great job on round surfaces. Now Joe Brett has in his Xtool software, it has a curved surface mapping system where it uses the camera and will take a picture of the curved surface and will tell you how big that graphic can be on that curved surface, which I think is awesome. I think my next laser is probably going to be something from Xtool because I want that Xtool software. It's fantastic. That looks great. Yeah, it doesn't. Hit me up. I'll take care of you. As soon as my rotary gets here, I'm going to be doing some tumblers. So just let me know. It's less hairy than Frank. Ugh. But if you are you in our PRQ? Sorry, are you in our Discord, the YVY Discord? Just hit me a message, and as soon as my rotary gets here, I'll do a tumbler for you. Okay, yeah, shoot me a DM. Awesome. Yeah, I did a Bible last couple nights ago for somebody. It was terrifying because I was afraid I was going to melt it, but it turned out really good. Let me go grab that. Come on, focus. There we go. Isn't that crazy? SVG. SVG is where it's at. Yeah, and we did that in what? And it's actually got some nice detail into the wood. But that's gonna look good on an ornament. Joe Brett's undercutting my business. What if I said I was going to do it for free, Joe Brett? How you going to undercut that, son? Let me go turn off that noisemaker. What do you say? Let's look at some free stuff, some free software. Because I know not everybody can afford to pay for stuff. But like I said, I will say that I'm more than paid for. Oh, there's a full size me. You can get a full size picture of this. Yeah. Well, you can do it. It's too bright. Anyway, turned out good. Just take my word for it. Free jar of Tupelo honey. So this is Gemini. So Gemini.google.com. Let's see what Gemini can give us. Let's use the same. I found that using these AIs, prompting is your big thing. Of course, Grammarly wants to hyphenate everything. The only thing with the free ones is you only get a certain amount per day. So I think with Gemini, you can get 4. I told it no background. It's all about the prompting. Once you get the prompting down, these things can turn out some really good stuff. Nano banana. I'm not sure what nano banana is. There you go. That's I mean, it kind of cut off its feet, but That's interesting. Bob, yeah, the tubes for the CO2 lasers are user replaceable. Now it's riding a virtual skateboard. So the free stuff has its limitations, but not terrible. But now you see why it's worth paying $10 a month, because you end up with something like that. So, and you saw what limited cropping and what images we had to give for this one to work out. Let's look at ChatGPT. Everyone's yeah, exactly. Let's see. Oh, speaking of, I think I have it down here. Speaking of hoverboard, as some of you might know, I'm a huge nerd. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I did a patch. Oh, let me embiggen myself here. Yeah. Hoverboards don't work on water unless you got power. I thought that turned out awesome. That's going to go on something at some point. All right, same image of the same dog. Crop down to just and I'm still brand new at this, so I'm sure someone who's way better at using AI is going to comment in the comment section saying that I'm doing this wrong. But it works for me. And if it works for me, it should work for anybody. Yes, I know. But I like typing. Then you can hear my clicky keyboard. See, come on, ChatGPT. Look at that. That ain't bad. I mean, she kind of looks like an alien, but that's not terrible. Not a first go around. And I bet if I gave that over to VectorWitch, it would give us something cool. So I have a little bit more space on here. I mean, is there anything you guys want me to put in? And I love mechanical keyboards. The clickiness it's it. Is there anything you guys want me to is there something you want to try to create? I'll take a prompt from the chat that I'll copy and paste. You want me to throw it into ChatGPT and see what we can create? My wife said there are some balloon events coming to Washington State next year. She asked if you were coming to any. I won't right now. I'm not planned to be at anything in Washington State because of the drive. The only out of state is Missouri and Oklahoma, and I may be going in January to Nevada, but as far as Washington State, I don't think so. Izzo smoking a cigar. This really turned out good, guys. I'm excited. I wonder if it knows. Let's see if it knows who Don Izzo is. Create a. Okay, let's see what this does. Yeah, I agree. We need a squirrel. Yeah, Edie. Next to Don. Come on, Shane. If this is good enough, I'm gonna save it, and when I do his koozie that I engrave on the show, I'm totally gonna send it to him. Hey Ed, how are you? Oh no. I wonder if there's going to be an El Camino in the background. I mean, it's got the My Buddy heater. Yeah, I agree. Is there next to a mullet, or with a mullet next to an El Camino? Hey Mo. Yeah, I know, right? It's a cross between Izzo and Jim. I mean, we're pretty close. I mean, he's a little heavier than Izzo is, but does kind of look more like Jim. Oh, it's funny. Fun with AI. I wonder if I could find a picture of him right quick. Stand by. Pretty direct around here. Standing next to an El Camino. Where did you send it? Sorry, I don't have Discord pulled up. Oh no. Izzo's gonna watch this back and go, what? Maybe we need to do this next week on the Clubhouse stream. Do caricatures of each one of us. You need to put him in a 911 center. That would be the bee's knees. Sorry for those of you who joined us for SVGs. We knocked that out so fast that we just kind of went off into a tangent about our friend Don Izzo. Oh, look at that. Money. Smoking 2 at a time. That's gold. That's absolute gold. Joe Brett, I hope you took a screenshot of that. It does look more like it, but it's perfect. I need to remove one of the cigars, but Mo needs a radio. Should I put a bow thing somewhere around him? That'd be more like it. There we go. Oh, goodness. Thanks for hopping in tonight, guys. I'm going to have to cut this stream down to where we ended after the engraving of our SVG file. But we like having fun. I'm curious if ChatGPT knows what a Baofeng radio is. There you go, Joe Brett. Does that make you feel better? Hey, there we go. That is awesome. That is stinking awesome. I'm going to download that. Spitting image, my friends. Spitting image. Print it. Oh, I wonder if I could print it. I'll tell you what. Let's take that back over to our SVG. We're going to take this back full circle. Load a file. That. We want to engrave it. I'm not going to give it any prompt. I'm just going to give it the picture. Some of us learned how to draw. That's what we did before AI. Now I'm back to making any picture in SVG. We're going to do that. VectorWitch is the way to go. Again, sell one product with it and it's paid for itself. Come on, you can do it. It's just Izzo. Oh, come on. I want my credit back. There we go. That's it. Money. That's money. Download PDF vector. We download. There we go. All right, let's go over to the engraving. Yeah, I agree, Ed. Yeah, the like black walnut, Baltic birch, the hardwoods are actually the better ones to engrave on. You get better detail out of it. Don't forget to lock your aspect ratio, kids. All right, we're going to go set this to fill. Go with the 080. Let's go with 30 watts. Let's go with 13,000. Save. Let's preview it. Izzo should make this his new QSL card. That's what he should do. If you try to engrave wood with polyurethane on it, what happens? My assumption is that it burns the or melts the polyurethane. That would be my assumption. But you know what assumptions are good for. All right, let's frame it. One thing I don't like about this software is it doesn't show you what the filled version looks like versus like the line art. Okay, here we go. In any time now, we'll have an Izzo. 45 auto. There was a stream, the last live stream, we had it going so slow that the it was matching the beat of the music. Joe Brett was like, you know, your laser is like beat matching, right? And thankfully this laser has there's a yellow piece of glass that sits on top of the the chips are perfect. Yellow piece of glass that sits over the to block out the blue light, so you can actually see what is being engraved. Otherwise, it would just be this big bright blue blob, and you wouldn't be able to tell what it is. I'm going to post this in the show chat. Links to VectorWitch will be in the description. I'm not affiliated with them. They don't have an affiliate program, but you should give them a try. It's definitely a cool piece of software. So for a recap, we created this image in ChatGPT for those of you who have skipped ahead in the video. We imported it to VectorWitch, gave it an SVG format, and now we're engraving it on a piece of, I think this is, it's not Baltic birch. I think it's basswood is what I'm engraving on. This would make an excellent a wooden QSL card. Thanks, chat, for this wonderful prompt. You have enabled me to create an ISO. You are awesome. Thanks for everyone that joined tonight. I appreciate it. Last minute. I'm going to try to stream at least once a week. I don't know what day yet. Just kind of depends on how the week goes, but that's kind of the idea. Got a video coming out here in the next couple days. Maybe tonight. I don't know. Depends on if I decide to go have a scar or not. But, a video on how to set up the longer Nano Duo. Look at that. Look at that guy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, so balsa wood wouldn't be good for engraving, but it would be good for cutting. Definitely. All right, let's check it out. So this one could have used a little bit more power, but let me go full screen on me. Come on, focus. Here, let me turn my light off. Also, you can cut like little projects out of that fit together. There we go. That turned out awesome. It could be a little bit darker if I turn the power up just a little bit, but that turned out great. Yeah, you are correct. It's a little too soft. I've got a piece of material that's balsa wood that's to help focus in case the laser lights. Do you see the red dot? At least in case they, or if you try to calibrate those. But anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. I'm going to wrap it up. I thought I was only going to stream for 30 minutes, and then the chat showed up, and here we are another 30 minutes later. Typical. But anyway, definitely koozie worthy. I agree. Yeah, I'm gonna put that in our private chat, but I'll send that over to him. But anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the rebrand of the channel. I do have some ham radio stuff planned at some point because I do want to get back out and play a little radio. I have my DX Commander. I gotta get tuned up. But anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. See you guys next time.